Hey, donkey of the day for Friday, February 4th goes to a Massachusetts school called Xaverian Brothers High School. See, this school did something that a lot of folks continue to do, and I'm sick of it. All right, see, this school has issued an apology after deciding to offer fried chicken for lunch to celebrate the beginning of Black History Month. Every single year during Black History Month or during Juneteenth, something like this happens, and I'm sick of it. I'm not sick of it because they keep doing it, because I love fried chicken. I'm sick of them apologizing about it, and we'll discuss why. But first, let's go to 7 News Boston for the report, please.
Controversy now the talk of the student body at Xaverian Brothers High School. The majority white student body disagreeing over this announcement made over the loudspeaker. In honor of Black History Month, one way we will celebrate is by highlighting a traditional meal each week that is a staple in Southern Black history. Today's lunch is fried chicken.
Honestly, I think it's just a big stereotype, could be seen as a little racist. The first day of Black History Month, they couldn't have come up with a better thing than fried chicken for, African cuisine. It doesn't really make much sense.
Other students saying the administration must first acknowledge that their ignorance perpetuated a racist stereotype and issue a formal apology. The school says it was an attempt to educate students about Black history and culture, and that the meal was chosen by an African-American food service employee. The announcement went on to say that some newly freed women gained economic independence by selling fried chicken.
That's a fact. Now, like I always say, you can't tell people how to react, all right? Just because your intent wasn't meant to be malicious, just because your intent wasn't meant to offend, doesn't mean the person receiving what you did or said didn't receive it maliciously. You can't control how people feel about something regardless of what your intention is. But the reason intentions matter is because it makes the person who was offended know how to deal with you. Makes the person who offended you or makes the person who you offended possibly react a different way. So let's talk about the intention of this high school, okay? Xaverian Brothers High School. See, the idea to serve fried chicken came from a Black cafeteria worker, and she said it was an attempt to educate students about Black history and culture. A senior student at the school said they could have chosen a different part of African cuisine, and a lot of kids have taken the stance that it was a mistake, but there wasn't any malintent, okay? They could have just approached it differently. Maybe. Okay, hindsight is 2020, even though every year, literally during Black History Month and Juneteenth, someone does this with either chicken or watermelon. So somebody should have learned how to properly approach this by now. Now, I got a question I want y'all to think about. Are you upset about the school serving fried chicken any other time or just during Black History Month? Because racial insensitivity can't be seasonal no matter how good it's seasoned. Okay, if serving fried chicken to Black students is offensive during Black History Month or Juneteenth, then we should be keeping that same energy year round, correct? Just a question to ponder. But the reason I'm giving Xaverian Brothers High School the donkey of the day is because the Black cafeteria worker said it was an attempt to educate students about Black history and culture. Well, where is the education? They do these stunts where they serve fried chicken during Black History Month, and then when the backlash comes, the educational part goes out the window, and folks just get to apologizing without using these situations as an opportunity to teach. All right, the school's principal, Dr. Jacob Conker, says the lunch message was poorly communicated. I don't think it was communicated at all, because y'all didn't even get to the educational part, really. The principal put out a statement. He said, "We are deeply troubled and disheartened by our failure in this instance and take full responsibility for it. I offer my sincere apologies for the harm that our actions may have caused." Oh my God. Dr. Jacob, you know why the message was poorly communicated? Because you didn't communicate it. Okay, you didn't communicate it. What's the education? I'll give you the education on fried chicken and watermelon. The education is those are racist stereotypes because the white man deemed them so. The white man made fun of y'all eating chicken and watermelon. Two things that bring us joy. Okay, two things that bought us money. And because the white man put a negative connotation on it, now y'all accept it as negative, okay? But y'all supposed to be free thinkers. Everybody loves fried chicken, all right? But it held a different level of importance for enslaved Black folks because it was the only livestock the enslaved were allowed to keep, all right? Being the only livestock they were allowed to keep, okay? All right, I'm from the South Carolina all day. Moncks Corner, what's happening? I was out there with my grandma chasing the chicken. All right, I watched my grandma catch chickens and snap the neck, and we ate good. All right, fried chicken is a staple of Southern diets. I told y'all only livestock slaves could keep was chicken, and chicken was cheap, and they were easy to feed, and a good source of meat. And like the news report said, after emancipation, black women, known as waiter carriers, would sell trays of fried chicken and biscuits. So not only did we eat it, we ate off it by making money from it. And then in 1915 came this racist-ass movie called Birth of a Nation by a cracker named D.W. Griffith. And the movie was about the supposed heroic founding of the KKK. And one scene in the movie showed a group of actors playing black elected officials. Listen to me. A group of actors playing black elected officials. Oh, they had the black legislators drinking whiskey out the bottle, putting their bare feet on the table, just niggas nigging, all right? The picture they were trying to paint is that black people were unorganized and untrustworthy. And one of the black politicians was going to town on a chicken bone. I mean, chomping at it, treating it like Trick Daddy, and many of us treat our ladies' booty. All right. And that one image forever changed how white people saw black people and fried chicken. The other not so subliminal message in that scene, since they were black elected officials, was these are the dangers of letting black people vote. And that is when fried chicken became a racist stereotype. So y'all let a racist white man tell y'all how to feel about something that everybody loves and something that our ancestors used to really make money off? Because don't nobody fried no chicken like us, okay? Those white folks traveling on those trains couldn't wait to see those waiter carriers, those black women with trays of chicken and biscuits. And while we're here, let's discuss watermelon, okay? There's a great article in The Atlantic. You can look it up yourself, from William R. Black. It came out like 8 years ago. And I want to read just a couple quotes from it. The stereotype that African Americans are excessively fond of watermelon emerged for a specific historical reason and served a specific political purpose. The trope came in full force when slaves won their emancipation during the Civil War. Free black people grew, ate, and sold watermelons, and in doing so made the fruit a symbol of their freedom. Sovereign whites, threatened by blacks' newfound freedom, responded by making the fruit a symbol of black people's perceived uncleanliness, laziness, childishness, and unwanted public presence. This racist trope then exploded in American popular culture, becoming so pervasive that its historical origin became obsolete. All right, few Americans in 1900 would have guessed the stereotype was less than a half a century old. This is all after emancipation. Okay, black people grew, ate, and sold watermelon during slavery, but now when they did it, it was a threat to the racial order. Listen to this. It's important, all right? Go read the article. To whites, it seemed now as if blacks were flaunting their newfound freedom, living off their own land, selling watermelons in the market, and worst of all, enjoying watermelon together in the public square. Southern whites saw slaves' enjoyment of watermelon as a sign of their own supposed benevolence. They was just mad that niggas was happy and free. Let me break this down simple and plain. Fried chicken made black people happy and it made black people money. Watermelon made black people happy and it made black people money. Racist ass white people don't like black folks happy and they don't like black folks making money. It's really that simple. Drop one of Clues bombs for racist white people, okay? Drop it. Y'all a beast, all right? The way y'all psychologically have ruined so many of us and got us hating ourselves and hating things that we have historically loved, all because y'all said so. That's it. And that's the education and history of our culture that's missing. So when these schools and organizations put these things on the menu, let's use them as an opportunity to teach for real, okay? You only think fried chicken and watermelon is a racist trope because the white man made it such. When you see fried chicken and watermelon, you should see survival. When you see fried chicken and watermelon, you should see freedom. You should see products that not only tasted good, but products your ancestors used to make money. That's it, period. Xavier and Brothers High School, y'all missed the moment to really teach. And teaching and learning is truly what Black History Month should be about. Please let the Hamiltons give Xavier and Brothers High School the biggest hee-haw.